Some chains are forged from metal. Yours were forged from words you spoke to yourself. A room without doors, a throne of stone. A figure with a torch lowered and eyes that do not blink. Before him stand two lovers, collars at their throats. The links hang loose. He does not need to tighten them. He only needs you to forget you can lift them off. This is the card called the Devil. Number 15 in the old sequence. Baphomet to some, Capricorn by the star map, Ayin by the sacred alphabet. Ayin, the eye that mistakes appearance for essence. Understand what you are looking at. Not a cartoon evil. Not a villain with horns. A contract. The kind you sign in private with appetite and shame. I will do this now and pay later. I must. I cannot help it. The chains feel heavy because your agreement is heavy. The gloating is not his power to punish. It is your willingness to do it for him. Tonight we will read this card without superstition. We will show how compulsion is built, how prediction masquerades as fate, how to turn the same fire into a vow. Stay with me. Look closely at your own collar. If the padlock is open, who is keeping you here? Here is what the card teaches and what you will learn today. The devil is a diagram of bondage. A throne, two figures, collars on necks, chains that are not secured, tails that reveal fixation, grapes for appetite, flame for drive. It shows where energy goes when it is not aimed. Astrologically, the path is Capricorn, goat and mountain, ambition and cost. Capricorn answers to Saturn, time, limit, consequence. In this card, that current becomes pressure to take the shortcut, to sign the quiet bargain. By the sacred alphabet, the letter is Ayin, the eye. Not the object you look at, but the angle you bring to sight. Misperception becomes prison. You mistake habit for fate, urge for law, story for truth. On the old temple map, this road runs between heart and mind. When the eye is clear, intellect serves your aim. When the eye is clouded, intellect excuses the chain. Set this card beside the lovers and you see the mirror. Choice becomes compulsion when awareness drops. Union turns to fusion when consent is missing. The same power, without the seeing. Here is how the chain is made. Not with thunder, but with routine. A cue glints in the corner of your life. Wanting rises like heat from the floor. The body moves before the story forms. A small relief arrives. Then the hush of shame closes the circle. Cue. Craving, routine, relief, shame. Again. Dopamine is not delight. It is direction. It points, and you mistake that whisper for fate. When arousal climbs, the old rails take over. Deep habit circuits run the sequence while the captain sleeps. Later the mind wakes to explain and calls the explanation choice. Time is the devil's element here. Capricorn tests your calendar. A tiny hit today forfeits a larger life tomorrow. This is not destiny, it is discounting. Saturn does not punish, Saturn counts. Meanwhile, the default voice hums its lullaby. It repeats the old name you answer to. It stitches urge to identity and calls the seam unbreakable. Recall Ayin, the eye that missees. Prediction feels like fate when you stop looking. Each obedience smooths the groove. Each remembering rewrites the record. Reconsolidation turns yesterday's act into today's law. But laws can be repealed. Name the pattern and the heat drops. Feel the urge and watch it crest and fall. Place one simple alternative within arm's reach. Let the thinking brain step back into the room. Keep it small enough to survive midnight. Ask yourself quietly, what is the cue that bends your will? What is the price you pay tomorrow for relief today? If the padlock is open, why does your hand still hover? The chain is not iron. It is practice. And practice can be changed. What you refuse to own will learn your name and wear your face. Desire is not the enemy. Disowned desire is. Shadow is vitality banished from the throne. The more you deny the heat, the more it borrows your hands. This card is a mirror, not a monster. It shows the power you hid from yourself. Read the old inscription. Solve et coagula. Dissolve and bind. Do not kill the force. Change its shape. Let the compulsive form melt and rebind the same fire to a name you can stand by. A vow is a vessel. Without a vessel, fire looks like chaos. Inside a vessel, fire becomes a kiln. Hear the Eden echo. Not sin, contract. Relief now, interest forever. The devil's gloat is only arithmetic. You pay on time because you do not read the terms. Remember the star map. Capricorn is climb and cost. Structure without soul calcifies into a cage. Structure with conscience becomes a staircase. It is not the mountain that breaks you. It is the way you climb. Ayin means I, not what you look at, how you look. Call appetite corruption and you chain it. Call appetite fuel and you guide it. The picture stays the same. The caption changes your life. What if the devil is not your enemy, but your energy misaimed? If that is true, the task is not exorcism. It is alignment. Name the drive without shame. Dissolve the bargain you never read. Bind the heat to a vow that survives midnight. The devil in tarot is not a person. It is a principle, an inhuman geometry that turns living heat into loops. Levi drew it as the sabbatic goat, human and animal, male and female, above and below. Solve on one arm, coagula on the other. Not a villain. A diagram. When matter rules mind, the star inverts. When appetite rules aim, the collar tightens. That same diagram scales from body to city, from craving to culture. Markets learn your pulse. Casinos slice time into near misses. Apps tune reward schedules the way priests tune bells. Variable rewards, bright icons, endless scroll. External Baphomets everywhere. Not evil with a pitchfork, but indifferent machinery of attention and return. Secrecy fattens the chain. Shame says hide. Hiding removes witness. Without witness, loops grow smooth. You call it private. It calls you property. Capricorn rules institutions as well as bones. Saturn keeps the books. What you repeat becomes infrastructure. Inside your nervous system, inside your neighborhood, inside your newsfeed. Look again at the card. The humans wear horns now. Not because they lost souls, but because they outsourced their choices. The devil's smile is the calm of an equation that always balances. So commit the smallest blasphemy. 7 days, same time. Write it down. Cue. Action, craving, cost, recovery. Numbers strip glamour. Saturn tallies. Let the ledger show which god you really serve. If you feel the world tug the collar with you, know this. The pressure is real. The contract is optional. We keep moving. Hold the lantern steady. Accuracy first, or we drift into superstition. Purification is not exorcism. It is clarity with teeth. State the bargain aloud. Hear where it lies. Trace the loop with ink. Watch shame shrink under measurement. Bind the same drive to a vow that fits inside your life. Train the breath so the captain can stay awake when the sea rises. Constraint is inescapable. Bondage is optional. The inhuman face of the devil remains. It will always offer the simple machine. Press here, feel good now, pay later. You will remain human by keeping the longer rhythm, by choosing the staircase over the trapdoor, by seeing with Ayin cleared of fog. If you have walked this far, you already know the collar loosens when named. Keep the lantern high. We enter the ceiling next. Desire becomes fuel. Belief becomes tool. Vow becomes vessel. Listen one last time. You were not born with a collar. You learned one, which means you can unlearn it. Desire is heat. Belief is the hand that shapes it. A vow is the vessel that holds it steady. This is the whole art. Fire to hand. Hand to form. Form to life. You have seen the diagram. Capricorn is climb and cost. Saturn counts without mercy. Ayin clears the eye so the count becomes compass. The devil remains a principle in stone, offering the same contract in 1,000 rooms. Relief now. Interest forever. You have something older than that bargain. Attention, breath, choice repeated until it becomes character. When the cue arrives, you will not argue with it. You will move it. You will pour the heat into the vessel you made. 10 minutes at 7. 1 page before sleep. Water before wine. The vow you wrote and kept. Remember the mirror. What you refuse to own will learn your name and wear your face. Own it now. Call the drive by its true name. Seat it at the table. Give it work that builds instead of burns. Have you felt the chain slip even a little? Mark the moment. Write unbound below and return in 7 days to report the count. Numbers over mood, practice over drama. If you want the lamp lit when you come back, subscribe. It is a small ritual, but rituals hold rooms together. This room is for those who would rather climb than circle. You know what to do next. Stand. Soften the jaw. 6 slow breaths. Whisper the vow on the exhale. Lift the collar with 2 fingers and set it down. This is your license to depart. Keep your lantern bright. Choose the staircase. Become the hand that shapes the fire. I will meet you at the next turning.